Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited that you are here. And today we are talking about 15 online job interview tips. 15 online job interview tips. You know what? There is no better time to be talking about online interview tips because COVID-19 came and COVID-19 has brought some challenges for us. And I know that some people have already attended some interviews online, but many of us are just learning to, participate in job interviews online for the first time because of the COVID-19. So what are some of the things that you are expected to do as you prepare or as you want to go for an online interview? All right, so I will give you 15 tips. But if you stay till the end, I will give you a bonus tip, which will be number 16. All right. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now because you are going to enjoy over 500 videos where I talk about leadership, entrepreneurship, money, and family. All right, let's dive into it straight away. Number one, research on the organization. So you have been invited for an interview. The first thing that you need to do is to research thoroughly on that particular organization. Know as much as you can about that organization. You know, you cannot afford to go for an interview without preparation. I've been privileged to sit in a number of interview panels, and some of the things that I see when people come for interviews are strange. All right, but today we just want to focus on online, right? So the first thing, just like offline interviews, when you're doing online interviews, you must prepare thoroughly, know that particular company. All right. Number two is you must practice. You must practice, guys. Sit down and write down some questions that you think you might be asking. Those common questions. I'm actually going to do some other videos where I give you some of the questions that are normally asked in interviews and how you can intelligently answer them. So, but you must prepare. You must prepare your mind. You must practice. Write down somewhere what you think you're going to be asked, especially looking at the job description. Look at the job description. Look at the advert that was put out where they are looking for someone. You cannot afford to just go for the interview and you are not aware of what's in the job description, okay? And of course, number three, you must dress professionally. I know that sounds so obvious, but guys, some people just come. You see, oh, I don't care. It's my life. I don't care what people think. Oh, really? You don't care what people think? No. You are addressed by the way you dress. You are addressed by the way you dress. So the best way is to dress professionally. Where possible, as a man, you put on a tie, you put on a suit. You are a lady, put on a suit as well. Something professional, something that people cannot, bring you down to say, why did you do A, B, C, D? So if you see yourself trying to defend yourself because of your dressing, then there must be something wrong. Dress professionally. Some people think when it's online, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's online. No. Even if it's online, you must dress professionally. And guess what? Another thing that dressing professionally does is that when you are dressed professionally, there is a certain level of confidence that you get. There's a certain feeling you have. You really feel confident of yourself. So it's very important for you to dress professionally. And of course, number four, test your gadgets in time. You don't want to start clicking the link in your email that was sent by the interviewers at the last minute. I know that there are some people who always do their things last minute. Guys, it's not good. It's not right, okay? Don't wait for the last minute. Test your gadgets well in time. 15 minutes before time, you must be seated and knowing that your gadgets are already functional, all right? So that will be our number four. Number five, have plan B. If possible, talk to the interviewers in advance. So you say we are going to do our interview on Zoom, for example, or maybe we are doing it on MS Teams, or we are doing it on Video Connect, or whatever platform they are going to use. That's perfect. But talk to them to say, what if something happens and we can't continue the interview? What are we going to do? All right. So that maybe you can have a backup plan, maybe Skype or postponing or using WhatsApp or whatever it is. So it's always important for you to have plan B, guys. Number 6, arrive in time. Arrive in time. It's almost the same thing as set up your gadgets and test them in time. You must arrive in time. You know what? Have you ever seen how stressed you can be, even when you are going for a meeting somewhere and you arrive late? In Africa, people call it African time. You just arrive anyhow. So by the time your interviewers online arrive in the room, you must be seated already. You must be seated already. All right. And then, of course, number 7 is the location. You need to choose a suitable location. You need to choose a suitable background, a background that looks professional. Because you don't want the interviewers to be looking at your background, which is showing a scruffy room, a dirty room, a bed behind, or a kid playing, or maybe your cat is on your laps, or things like that. Be professional, the same way you were going to do it if you had gone for an offline interview, face-to-face interview. That's what you need to. That's the kind of seriousness you need when you're doing online interview. Guys, the location is very important. It reminds me, the other day, I was watching a webinar, and I couldn't believe the background that guy put. He put a background of clothes that have been washed that are hanging. I'm like, for real? Here you are teaching us about Zoom, and your background has got clothes that are being hanged on the wall. No, that's not professional. That's not professional, guys. That's not professional. Okay, so you see, your background is very important. Your background is very important. All right, so that's number 7, location. Number 8 is patience. I can tell you this. I've interviewed people year in and year out for different organizations. And I can tell you this. I don't know in other countries, but particularly in Africa, when they say your interview is at 8, be there 15 minutes or more before time. But don't worry yourself, even if you are interviewed at 10. I'm saying this so that I can help you. I know somebody saying, oh, no, if they do that, I will leave the place. Oh, I don't have time to waste. Okay, I hear you. Somebody saying, you know what? I don't want anybody to play with my life. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yes, if you have options, perfect. But what I'm just saying is you need to be patient. You need to be patient. You know why sometimes you find that maybe you were scheduled to be interviewed at 8. Sometimes it's not that the interviewers are not serious, but some of the interview panel members, for some reason, they fail to pitch up in time, or they don't even come. So they have to look for replacements. You know, if a panel is supposed to have 5 people, for example, if there are 2 or 3, they cannot interview. They have to wait until they are full house. So you have to be patient. So if you are invited for an interview and it's at 8 o'clock or it's at 9 o'clock, okay, fine. For those who normally start, many times they have an advantage. But if you are number 3, 4, 5 along the line, you know what can happen? What can happen is actually that someone being interviewed, maybe the interview is supposed to be 30 minutes, but they talk too much. They go, yeah. They will be talking for 1 hour. So they are eating into somebody else's time. By the time they get to you, it's so late. It's 1 hour late, 2 hours late. But don't lose your steam. As you are going for an interview, whether offline or online, just know that things can be delayed. I want you to be patient. That's our number 8. Number 9 is relax. It's very important for you to relax. Many times before you start the interview, breathe in 3 times. Three times. It calms down your nerves and you will be able to continue. And of course, number 10 tip, guys, you must use gestures. I can't believe it. I've seen some very fantastic people in an interview. They will just be seated like this. They will just be answering questions. No gestures, no body language. Oh, that's boring. And especially if the position that you are applying for has to do with leadership, has to do with speaking, then you will have lost it because you are not using body language. You are not using gestures. Okay? If you don't use gestures, how will somebody take you seriously? How will they know that you are able to actually use gestures offline? So that's very important. All right? And of course, number 11. Okay, that was number 9. Relax, right? Number 10, eye contact. Number 10 is eye contact. Somebody is thinking, how do I do eye contact online? Yes, look at the camera. Look at the camera. When you look at the camera, you are looking at the person who is interviewing you. It's important for you to focus on that, okay? So number 10 is eye contact. Number 11, be audible. People can forgive you for a poor video. I'm not saying you should have a poor video, okay? You must have a nice video, but they will not forgive you for being not audible. You must be heard. Make sure your mic is working properly. Make sure that you are speaking audibly. Don't talk like you are a sick person, all right? So that's our number 11. Number 12, no distractions. Remove any distractions. Tell everybody in your office or in your home that, guys, I'm going to be live. I'm going to be on interview. Please don't disturb. Make sure your pets are far away. Where possible, take away your dogs. You know, having a background of barking dogs is not nice for anybody who is interviewing you. So just even your phone, put it on silent, put it away if possible, right? On your gadget that you are using, unless you are using the phone as the gadget for the interview. Otherwise, put it away. Remove all kinds of distractions. Nobody wants you to be, fidgeting with your phone or something like that. All right. So that was number 12, no distractions. Number 13, we said gestures. Number 14 is lighting. Guys, your lighting is very important. Your lighting is very important. You don't want to look like you're hiding in the dark, okay? You don't want to look like you're hiding in the dark. Put good light. If you are using light from the window, make sure it's not coming in so strong that it causes you not to be able to be seen properly, all right? Where possible, have light that comes from your head, okay? Light that comes from your head is the best. Sometimes when you have light coming from the back or light coming from the front going to the back, it doesn't show you very well. So on the issue of lighting, I think I could take a long time there. Number 15, which is the final one, is the chair. The chair. Thank you so much for those who are watching. I would appreciate if you leave a comment. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please ask me some questions. I'll be very glad. All right. You can even type yes and make sure you like the video. Like the video. Okay. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe and click the notification bell so that next time I do a video, you will be able to get the information. Oh, thank you so much. I see prayer. Thank you, prayer. Prayer is saying here, true, interesting. And she's asking, what is the best background? Thank you so much for that question, prayer. The best background will be something like maybe a shelf of books behind you. It would rather be better for you to have a background of which is plain. Avoid putting too many things. You can't be having things that distract the person that you are talking to. Otherwise, I really appreciate your comments, prayer. Thank you so much for your support, which is very continuous. And of course, your bonus is here. Okay, I talked about the chair. The chair is number 15, right? The chair is number 15. Do not be seated in a rocking chair. Imagine you are doing this and you are being interviewed. You are being interviewed and you are rocking like this. What does that suggest? Either you are not comfortable or you are thinking you are a boss. So rather sit in a chair, if possible, a small chair, which is not too comfortable, which is not rocking. All right? And then your bonus is here. Number 16, you must make sure you have come up with your CV. Have a pen, have some notes so that you can jot down. So that as you do your online interview, you might be asked to pull up some things from your interview or from your CV. And if you have it next to you, that will be very handy. Thank you so much for watching live. And thank you so much for everybody who will watch this video later. Please give this video a thumbs up. Tell me what else did I leave out that people should do when they are invited for online interviews. I really appreciate your support. Thank you, and God bless you. See you in the next video.